All right, let's try this again. I tried going in through Zoom, and for some reason I feel like my video just went off into the ether somewhere, and you guys couldn't see it. But no worries, we're live now. What's up? Happy what's today? Wednesday? Happy Wednesday. I always lose track of my days sometimes, but that's okay. That is okay. All right, man. So we're officially live. Let me just double check that you guys can see this. Let's see. Let's see. All right. Trying this again. Trying this again. All right, cool. We got some people on. Doug's on. John Bone, or as Joel Kelman would say, John Bone. He's got that deep, sultry, silky smooth voice that Joel does. All right, cool. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I see Curry Russell's on. That's cool, man. All right, so let's talk about time blocking and how to be more productive. I'm glad this is working, because for some reason when I go from Zoom into Facebook, like the video just goes off into the freaking ether, and I don't know what the hell's going on. But anyway, so how would you guys like to be more productive every single day with your business? Man, you got a lot of these on. JK, my man, JK, what's up? Hey, dude, I sent you that link on Skype, so check that out and let me know, Joel, what you think. So let's chunk. So first thing I want to do now, for me, it's a little bit different because I'm home every single day. A lot of people don't have that luxury. Even for me when I was still working, I'll paint you guys a picture. When I was still working, every single night after we put our son Lucas to bed, I would be right here in this office for 1 to 2 hours per day. Now, what I want you guys to think of is how much time do you allow yourself? How much time how much time is allotted every single day for your business? How much time do you really give yourself? So when people say, you got to grind, you got to work, you got to hustle your face off, like that's all cool, but what are you doing during that time? And have you actually set that time up so it's the same time every single day? Have you given yourself a pattern that you can follow? So first thing we're going to talk about is how much time do you give yourself to actually work your business, okay? So when you sit down, if you're at a desk like me and you sit down at your desk, and you got your little notepad out and you got your pen and you're ready to start working, you're ready to start grinding and working your business, how much time do you actually give yourself, okay? So once you have that figured out, how much time you actually have to give yourself, the next thing that I want you to think about is what do you need to get done, all right? So as an example, this is my list right here. This is my list from yesterday. And every day when I actually sit down to work, when I get in this office, this list was made the night before. I wrote this out yesterday for today. So I hope that makes sense, because what I don't do is I don't get in here and then go, all right, let's see, what am I going to do? Like, I already know what I'm going to do when I get in here, because the more proactive you can be and the more that you can plan your day out ahead of time, the more productive you're going to be and the more shit you're going to get done. Does it make sense? So the next thing, if you're in the list building process, if you guys are with, whether it be Digital Altitude, Online Sales Pro, MCA, whatever it is, you guys are building a list. If you got a business online, you consider yourself a digital entrepreneur, and you're growing and building your business, one of the things that you need to do is be building your list. So for me, one of the most important things that I can do every single day is I can send an email out to my list. Now, I'm going to start throwing out random value bombs and golden nuggets as much as I possibly can. So the number one thing, write this down, watch it, do whatever you got to do. But every time I send an email out to my list, I try to focus on 80-20. So 80% value. I'm looking at a reverse camera here, sorry. So 80% value and then 20% pitch in every single email that I send out. So if you want to know how I do that, I have other email videos on YouTube. You guys can go check those out. So you want to make sure that you email your list every single day. So now, to break that down, how much time do you allow yourself per day to work your business? How much time does it take for you realistically to write an email? I want you guys to time this. And if I were to time it, sometimes I do it very casually. Sometimes I can sit up here in this office and I can bang out 4, 5, 6 emails. Sometimes I'll sit on the couch. I might be, watching some programs with my wife or something like that. It might be late at night. I might be a little tired, and it might take me a little longer to crank out an email. But one of the things that I do is called chunking. I will email chunk. And I will do this on, typically I like to do it on Mondays, because for me Mondays kind of feels like the start of the week. It's like a fresh start. Sunday is more of a lazy day for me. I don't really kind of grind as hard. So when I get in here on Monday, sometimes what I'll do is I will write 3 to 4 to 5 emails all in one time. So I'll take maybe an hour, sometimes a little bit longer. I'll take an hour and I'll write out 3, 4, 5 emails, and I'll schedule them out over the next 3 to 4 to 5 days. So what that does for me is, now that I've written, let's just say I write 5 emails. I write emails that are going to go out, if I write them on Monday, they're going to go out Tuesday through Saturday. So I've now just covered the next 5 days. So now for the next 5 days when I'm up in here, I don't really have to think about emails. So now what can I do with, let's just say that was most of Monday, what can I do with the rest of that time? So obviously following up with your list is going to be very, very key and very, very huge, but I want you guys to strategically think of how you're going to do that, when you're going to do that, how long that is going to take you, and I want you to block that time out. So whether you do 1 email per day or 5 emails per day or 10 emails per day, think of that time, write that shit down, time yourself, and figure out how you're going to do that effectively. Now, the other thing that I try to do every single day, sometimes I suck at it, but one of the things that I try to do is I try to post on Instagram. I try to do 1 post a day. But one of the things for me that's always been a challenge is coming up with the right picture to use. Sometimes I will grab, a picture off of Google. I'll just search a topic or something like that. Sometimes I will, I'll just take, we just took a trip to Florida last week. We went to Disney World. We were staying in a mansion with Nick Anderson. We were having a great time. So I got a shit ton of pictures. So now I have a lot of pictures that I can use for future photos, which is great. But one good way of prepping your Instagram posts, so you literally don't have to think about it too much and it doesn't have to take up too much of your time, one of the things that you can do, now here's another value bomb for you guys, the app that I use when I do my Instagram posts, I use an app called Font Candy. And I know a lot of people, like Jason Stone, uses a certain app. Other people use certain apps like Over and whatever else. I use Font Candy. Works really well for me. That's just me. But one of the things that I might do is I'll sit down in here on any given day, and I want you guys to think back to how much time do you give yourself every single day. And if I'm going to create an Instagram photo, so in other words, here's a perfect example, okay? Let me make sure you guys can see that. So here's a photo. Sorry, everything's reversed, so I'm trying to get it. So here's a photo of me in the mansion. So one of the things I did is I put a quote on the phone. You put your Instagram handle on there, all right? And then, I tint the photo a little bit dark, okay? But in order for me to take that photo, put it into Font Candy, put the words on there, darken it, tint it, and get it ready for the Instagram post, how much time does that take me? So one of the things that I would like you guys to think about is, if you're using Instagram to help build your business, all right, if you're going to use Instagram to help build your business, obviously you're going to be posting photos. So how many photos do you post per day? How many posts do you do? For me, I just do 1. I know some people will post every hour. Some people say they'll post 8, 9, 10, 12 times a day. Whatever it is that you're going to do, figure that out in advance. So if you're going to post 3 times a day on Instagram, figure it out. How long does it take for you to prep a photo? Not to actually make the post, but how long does it take for you to get the photo ready for Instagram? So let's say it takes you 3 minutes, 5 minutes. We'll just round it up and just say, let's say 10 minutes, okay? Now you're going to create 5 photos, or you're going to create, if you post once a day like me, let's say now you're going to create 7 photos. You're going to go all through your photos on your phone, and you're going to take 7 of those photos. you're going to go to Font Candy, and you're going to sit down and you're going to create 7 of those photos. So you're going to prep all your photos for the week, and you're going to figure out how long it takes you to do that and what day specifically you're going to do that on. That is going to help you free up time throughout the week. So figure out how long it takes you to do your emails. Try to email chunk. Try to get so many emails done in one particular day, and then stage them all out. Then pick one day, get all your Instagram photos ready for the entire week. So if you're going to do 5 to 7 photos, or I mean, if you do 3 posts per day, you know, you could be doing 21 photos in a week, all right? But just think of these things. Think of how you could get all these things done. Now, for me, this is all the everyday given stuff. Like every day, to be consistent with my content, I have to send out an email. To be consistent with my content, I have to do an Instagram post to keep, you know, the algorithms going on Instagram, to keep my audience engaged in my emails. Now, I don't post on Facebook every single day because I don't use the regular Facebook news feed to drive my business. I do Facebook advertising, but I also outsource that, and I let 2 amazing people do that for me. So again, that's one more thing that I don't have to focus on. So anytime that you guys can outsource some of the daily grind stuff that you do, hell, you could even outsource your Instagram posts. Like if you have a sibling or a family member or somebody that you trust that can do that, let somebody else do that. Pay them a few bucks a week or whatever it is, and give that time. You know, Jim Rohn says time is more valuable than money. You know, you can always make more money, but you can never get more time. So if you can outsource your, and when I say outsource, I'm not talking like you have to go pay somebody on Fiverr like $500 a week or something like that. I'm talking like, you know, do you have a sister? Do you have like a younger brother? Do you have a child? You know, hell, kids these days, they get technology, man. So if you could prep all the posts, you could prep all the pictures, and then give this to one of your children that gets it, that could post for you once a day. You know, give them an allowance. Pay them 10, 15, 20 bucks a week, whatever it is, to help post for you. But free up your time. You know what I mean? So now that for me, now that I know that every single day I know how I'm gonna chunk out my Instagram posts, how I'm gonna chunk out my emails. Those are kind of some of like the main, like two of the main ways that, okay? So the next thing for me now is, now that I have blocked all of that stuff out throughout the week, now I have more free time to actually create content, like doing a video, like the video that you guys are watching right now, or creating a video to put it up on YouTube. So now I can focus more of my time on content creation. And by content creation, I mean teaching other people how to do stuff. So literally just like we're sitting here, anybody that's watching this video either live or you watching this video on a replay, I have more time to do this stuff now because my emails are already written out for the rest of this week. My my Instagram photos are already set up for the rest of this week. So I don't have to think about that stuff because I chunked it all out. I blocked that time out. I figured out how long it takes me to do that. And then I got that stuff locked and loaded and ready to go. Now, it took me a while to figure all that shit out, but I just want you guys to think about that stuff. So really just think about the amount of time that you guys give yourself to work your business, to actually grind, to actually do the work. How much time do you guys allot yourself every single day, and are you getting the most out of that time? I guarantee that you're not. So, and I'm not saying this to be cocky or arrogant because I sucked at it too. And it wasn't until I really just, and again, for those of you guys that are married or in a relationship or something like that, one of the things that also helped me is I actually negotiated the time with my wife. I said, all right, how am I going to make this all work? I can't wake up and go, all right, let's see, how can I figure out and when can I do this? No, I planned it out with her so she knows that this is my time to work. This is my time to grind. This is my time to get stuff done. So guys, use your time effectively. The more you can use your time effectively, the more productive you can be and the more shit you can get done. All right? So we got a few more people on here. Sean, Mark, Ree, what's going on, guys? How are you? Chuck Black in the house. What's going on, dude? Hey, dude, what'd you think of that email course, man? Let me know. I want some feedback. But anyway, it was great to see Chuck. Met him down at the mansion we were staying in down in Florida. Chuck is a legit dude. You guys should all be following him and checking out what he's doing. So anyway, I can give you guys a lot more examples, but I really just, I want you guys to mainly think about time blocking out certain time throughout the day, certain time that you know you're going to allow yourself to work, okay? Allow yourself to get up in an office or sit on your couch or whenever that is you time, whenever that is time for you to sit and plug away and work your business. What do you do? Because the worst freaking thing that you can do is like, all right, let's see, the kids are over here doing this. I just got home from work. I just made myself some dinner. I'm going to sit down at the counter, the couch, my office, my room, whatever. And I sit down and it's like, all right, what am I going to do? And what do? Well, let's look on Facebook. Next thing you know, you're scrolling through Facebook, and then you catch yourself. Wait, what am I doing? I'm scrolling through Facebook. I'm not doing a fucking thing for my business. What am I doing? And then you're wasting time. So block out your time. Know what you're going to do every single day and how long it's going to take you. Write your stuff down ahead of time. So if today's Wednesday, I know what I'm going to do on Thursday right in here. I'm going to write it down before I go to bed. So that way tomorrow on Thursday when I get in here in this office, I already know, like I shared in the beginning of this video, that my emails are already written out for the rest of the week. Those are done. My Instagram posts, I already have planned. So how long does it take me to write a post once the photo has actually been put in font candy? Probably take me 5-10 minutes, okay? So I get that out of the way, and now I can focus on content creation. Every day, you guys should be focusing on content creation and invest, learn, teach. So watch a video, read a book. Even today, I'm gonna be doing some content later on today on YouTube where I'm going to talk specifically about a book that I've listened to, gosh, probably 8 to 10 times now, which is, here's another value bomb nugget for you, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. And if you don't have that book, go get it right now because it's an amazing book. And there's so many little juicy golden nuggets all throughout that book that you guys can use to just give yourself inspiration. And I'm going to take, literally this morning when I was taking my dogs for a walk, I had my headphones in and I had that audio book going, and that gave me fuel to create more content later today when I'm done with this broadcast. I'm going to go on YouTube and I'm going to create some content that I learned earlier today. So invest, learn, teach. Invest your time, sometimes money, learn something, and then turn around and teach that to other people. So the more that you guys can time block, the more that you guys can focus on all the technical stuff. That's where you should be time blocking. So putting a post on Instagram, putting a post on Facebook, putting a post on Twitter or Snapchat or whatever other social media source you use, time that out, figure out how long it takes, figure out how long it takes to write an email, time block all that stuff out throughout your day, okay? Which will allow you more time to get the creative stuff going. So, you can focus on content creation. You can focus on creating an ad on Facebook. You guys can focus on the things that are going to teach other people how to do things, which is also, most importantly here, which is going to brand yourself and brand you as an online marketer. And the more content that you can create, the more that you can help people. You're also going to give yourself what's called authority positioning. And authority positioning in the digital entrepreneurship in that field, in that niche, is absolutely huge, because all it takes is literally one video. As soon as you make one video and you put it on Facebook or you put it on YouTube or whatever, you've given yourself authority positioning, and people are going to, subconsciously, they're going to look up to you as an authority in that niche, because once you start making videos, you've already notched yourself up above 90% of the people that are out there. So all the technical stuff that you need to do, like I said, the emails, the actual, technical things, once you can time block that stuff out, then it's just going to make your life easier. But it all starts down, it all funnels all the way down to and comes back to what we talked about in the very beginning of this, is that how much time are you giving yourself per day to work your business? And be realistic with yourself, guys. You got to be real. You can't just wing it. Winging it in this business doesn't work. And I think one of the things that's helped me literally almost over the last 9 to 10 months and helped me get to the level that I've been at is the first thing I did was I made the decision myself that this is what I wanted to do. Then I talked about it with my wife. I committed it to her. I negotiated the time. I blocked out the time. I got up here and I committed that every single night after we put Lucas down to bed, I was going to be in here working. And then once I figured out the amount of time that I had, then I had to break down the activities that I was going to do inside of that time. So I hope that makes sense. And obviously at this point, I mean, if you guys have any questions, feel free to flow them out. We've been going for 20 minutes now. So Kevin Cohen, my man, hey, good idea, time blocking. But, you know, I just want to make sure that you guys understand that so many people of you guys are out there, and, you know, you guys call yourself digital entrepreneurs and you know, online social media entrepreneurs, whatever it is, whatever, you know, you guys want to consider yourself, but just also consider the fact of, like, you know, yeah, you're signed up for an affiliate opportunity. Yeah, you're into network marketing. Yeah, you're into all these things. But what are you actually doing to work the business? How are you laying that time out for yourself? And how are you being as productive as you possibly can? And the more structured you can be, the better off you're going to be, the better results you're going to get. And it's just going to be like, you know, for those of you guys that have, you know, that are working in the real world, working a 9 to 5, working whatever it is, and, you know, I was there too. You know, you guys have a 401k plan, right? It starts off here, and then over time it just slowly builds up. You know, that's what your content is going to do. That's what your being productive is going to do. It's going to build your brand, and it's going to build your income, your momentum, your authority positioning online. So be as productive as you possibly can. And Ree Sutton, she brings up an amazing point too. When you guys write stuff down, it's going to make you more productive. You're also going to remember it a lot more if you guys write stuff down. So that's why I always keep, you know, one of these little black books, little black book of secrets here, guys. Why I always keep one of these, and I don't let this drift too far from me at all times. Now, yeah, I know most people, you know, you can type your notes into a phone, you can use a voice recorder, you can do all kinds of things. Sometimes what my wife and I'll do is we'll actually text things and just say, hey, I'm just sending you this so I can remember it later. But write stuff down. The more you write stuff down, the more it's going to help you later on. Okay? So that being said, any questions out there while we're live? Other than that, I think I covered the gist of what I wanted to cover today. But you know, it all comes down to, you guys, you got to figure out how much time that you're going to give yourself every single day to actually work your business. What does working the business mean for you? And then once you figured out that time, how are you using that time most effectively to be productive, to get stuff done? Your emails, your content creation, your posting on Facebook, posting on Instagram, whatever it is that you're doing, phone calls, follow-up, whatever it is, how are you using that time most effectively, and how long do each of those activities actually take you? Okay? So I hope that was helpful for you guys. If so, then you know, throw some likes, throw some loves, do whatever you got to do on this video feed here. But you know, hope you guys got some value out of this. I'm actually going to take this and I'm going to post this over on YouTube so that you guys can, anybody can watch this over and over and over again. So other than that, if you guys don't have any questions, I appreciate everybody being on here. And let me just go back and make sure I didn't miss anything. Boom. Good to go. All right, cool. Well, y'all have a great day. I will see you guys on the next video, and I'll also see you guys at the top of the mountain. Make it a good one. Bye.